Hey and welcome. This is Cloudie from the America server, and the first patch of June has actually just hit earlier today, so we will be covering that in this episode. Before we get into that, actually, I have something I've been meaning to show or show off with, depends how you look at it, and that is the awesome rewards that you can get for playing 850 days and 900 days. As you can see, you get a lot of gold and mainly junk. So thank you, Vespa. Really appreciate the great rewards. Sarcasm intended. Okay, but then let's check what we have for the patch and what events we have and how things look like now. So let's just go through the events first. Um, we got the martial arts training with flashback, which is pretty cool. It gives some decent rewards, especially the reforged tickets are really nice. And if you complete it 8 days in a row, or not in a row, just 8 days total, um, then you can get a random unique weapon, which is nice. As you can see, um, you do not basically you just need to play the game for and do battles for 40 minutes per day, and Guild Raid World Boss PvP World 3 Story View do not count. So essentially, you can just burn your stamina and that will be fine. Um, no big deal, really, not much to say about this one. You get the rewards into your mail. Okay, so don't miss out on this one. It's a random unique weapon. You might even get lucky with something. Next up, bonus legendary gear drop. This is the usual Dragon Raids will give you one extra legendary item. Sadly, this still doesn't apply to um, Twisted Dimension, where the new, you know, great items are that everybody wants for their PvE teams mostly. So, and that they still doesn't give any raid coins either. So that's something Vespa could really address. But anyway, if you are farming dragons, this is a nice bonus, definitely. um, gear grind bonus, which means that you get double the amount of dust from grinding items. And this is pretty nice if you are low on dust and if you are going to be farming dragons anyway. I personally like the gold dust because I need it for NPC gifts, but yeah, dust is good. You need a lot of it for enchanting, so good event. These three, by the way, no, the martial arts training lasts like 12 days or something, so even if you miss out a day or two, you should be fine. The bonus legendary gear drop and the gear grind bonus will last until Friday, so that's the time you have to get your runs in with it. We still seem to have the ruby recharge event, um, which means if you want to spend, now you get some bonus for buying rubies. This is up to you and whether you have the budget or not. So the rewards are not bad. Unique weapon ticket, random ticket, not bad stuff. Costume ticket. Okay, so these are the ones that are in the event page. But here in the bottom, we have two more, which is special summon, um, which is for the special summon event. One is essentially, if you go in here, you can see that the artifact and unique weapon rates are doubled, which means you get like 2% for the normal slots and I believe 6 for the bonus slot. This is what Vespa says, but you know, pulling always is a risk, and even with the double rate up, you can end up not getting anything. But if you're gonna go for that 20 pool bonus from the other event, which I'm just gonna talk about now, then this is a good stuff. Now the other stuff is, and you can't really see this anywhere because Vespa just won't show you, but if you check the patch notes on Plug Cafe, for instance, then you can see that there is a second bonus, which is also lasting for until Friday, and it just brings you here. Okay, why is it actually in the costumes? Let's just try and so it doesn't really tell you, but right now we also have a 20 pool event, which means there are increasing rewards if for each pool that you do. The interesting ones are at 15, which was the artifact ticket, and 20, which gives you a unique weapon selector ticket. So again, double rate up, a Ruby recharge event, and this event, Vespa knows what they are doing. If you want to spend, or if you have saved up rubies, this is not a bad time. Otherwise, you can just save up for the next 50k event, but you never really know when that will actually come around. So up to you. Okay, let's check what else we got. Um, let's just gonna go to the patch notes. So we got the new contents with the new parts of Oral, which is for one is to the birthday calendar with some small stories for each of the heroes that have their birthday at the moment, and we get a small present for that. I guess I might just show that in a moment. And we got the records of honor, which will show the top for Arena, World, Boss, Guild, Conquest, and you can see those in Orwell as well. Okay, let's just go there and check how this looks like. So you can see this has been changed a bit, extended. So this is the Records of Honor with supposedly the statues and names of people who were like rank first and whatnot. So yeah, if you are into that kind of stuff, it's not bad. Um, you can check various things here. I tried, and you can't really click on their units and see what exactly they were wearing and whatnot. So it's a bit so-so. Not alright. It's just what it is. And the other part, which is the memory archives, here you can rewatch the sub stories and the main story, which you could until now, and you can still do actually at the World Tree, but now you can do it here as well. And we got this monthly heroes option for June, the month of love. It's curious that we have actually Floss here and Shamila. But okay, so if you click this button, you will see a story about this hero, and it will be related to their birthday. Um, for this month, we haven't received Ezekiel yet, and it will say that it will be released later. However, the previous ones are actually released. I don't know if this is a bug or what Vespa actually intended. I've only checked Glenvis so far because she was the nearest, but you can go back all the way until January and start off with uh, the heroes there. So all of these gives 100 fragments which you can use to craft random uh, unique treasures. So that's not bad. Oh my god, this month is really empty, while others have so many heroes. So curious. I'm not quite sure if you actually need to own all the heroes, or no, because I definitely do not have her yet. But yeah, so seems you can do their quests even without having them. All right, good stuff. So these are relatively short. You can click through them in a couple of minutes. There is no fighting involved, and it's always nice to learn a little bit more of your characters. I personally enjoy that, and yeah, 100 random frags, so not bad. Okay, getting out of here. The other part on top of the balancing, which you could see here, that they redid parts of the we go back to the balancing after this. They did some quality adjustments to chapter 1 since it's been more than like 2 years old. So the story looks now a little bit better. Also in chapter 9. So this should be better. But on top of that, they also added some extra stories, and these are marked as sub stories. So I originally thought like they were akin to the ones to the 4 ones that we received for Theo, Visca, Crow, and Demil and Refi, which is actually 5, but whatever. Um, But actually, no, these aren't that kind of sub stories where you can play and do missions and whatnot. These are just stories that you can actually, if I can click on it, that helps. So these are just stories that you can view here. This one's for Miriam and Ricardo. So that was a bit of a letdown. I thought this would be actually new sub story missions that we could play. But yeah, whatever. That's what it is. Okay, so we have also received some balance adjustments, which is Clio. Clio, okay, so these notes don't say anything what has been changed for her, which is great. Um, I believe they changed her S3 Dark to improve damage by 30%, which I think was actually a nerf from 50%, but I'm not quite sure. Should have checked the numbers before, but I believe it was actually a nerf. They also changed her T5 Dark that now she provides on all enemies that have 10 stacks of Ember or more, she provides a 30% magic damage buff, and she will be stacking now 2 Embers per second to all enemies. So, yeah, not bad. I'm not sure if this is enough for her to be competitive with Artemia or even Esker these days, because both of those can actually um, outdo her in raw damage nowadays. So yeah, but Clio is not bad. You can use her, and if you have her, it's probably a welcome change. Um, Aisha got an improvement, which was a real surprise since she has been untouched for so long and just power creeped by all the new heroes, like not just one, but like two or three already. Um, they changed the skill book effect. Oh my god, English. So skill book effect on her so that instead of crit chance, now her um, third level improvement on her skills will give extra damage. So essentially all her skills should be doing more damage now. I'm not quite certain if I have seen any change. I ran her in PvP some, and it actually seemed like she was doing less. I don't know how yet, whether she's just missing the crit now or some other reason. But that was only PvP, so hardly conclusive. Might just have been a weird um, luck with the enemies. But they also increased the buff from her T5 Dark. That now it gains mana recovery per sec by 10% and crit damage by 7%, and this will stack up 20 times. So 200 mana per sec and 140 crit damage. And this is activated when you use skills. Using skills 20 times is not so bad. I remember in the old World Boss 1 days, when she still had 50 stacks on this skill, it would take like 4 minutes to reach maximum stack. And until then, she was kind of struggling. Until like 40 or so, she was struggling with mana. Which made using her kind of problematic. Now that you can have access to transcendent perks and you can run Shell as a mana battery, I think Aisha might be able to wear actual Manticore gear and do some better damage. Maybe even reach the range of Kara, but probably not Laudia because Laudia is just too OP right now. That's my personal opinion. So whatever. We also got a change to Laias. Um, yeah, so they supposedly buffed her healing. Um, I wonder why they can't put the actual info here. That would be so nice to see these. Tanya, yeah, activates her staff mode more often. Let's just check what it actually does. And Nikki got some PvE buffs, which is nice because Nikki was like non-existent in PvE lately. Let's just find Tanya and hope I don't lose my voice just in this time. So turns into staff mode for 10 seconds at the beginning of each battle, while in staff mode, own crit damage will be increased. Okay, so she does more damage and she starts in stealth. Yeah. So I haven't really seen that many Tanyas in PvP lately, and in PvE she's like non-existent. So this might affect her, and we will see more of her. I don't know. I'm not don't quite miss the Dodge Tanya days, but yeah, we might see more of this. And the other was Nikki, whom I swear to God, she's my favorite waifu, but I never find her. So yeah, Nikki, who I believe is the hottest femme fatale waifu that you can have in this game. Sadly, her use is very limited. I have literally met her like 3 times in PvP and seen someone use her in a challenge raid where knights were not available like a week or two ago. Other than that, I really have not seen any action from Nikki. So I think her transcendent perks weren't changed. It was something about this one that could be toggled on and off. Hmm. Yeah, strange. I'm not sure what they did with her now. I think they improved her PvE buffs, so maybe some setups will be able to use her. But the problem is that she's an NPC hero and there are just better options which are cheaper to get. So I don't really see how Nikki will fare in the future, but who knows? Maybe Vespa will make her useful. Transcendence perk change, which doesn't say anything, but I remember that they changed the tier 1 crit resistance one at the monster hunting. Yeah, this went up from 200 to 250, so PvP stuff really. And I believe they changed archers, that they had this new perk added a while ago. This used to be 7 or 5 seconds, and this was cut down to 7 or 6 seconds, and it was cut down to 5, so it stacks up faster. Because, yeah, getting it to 25 times would have taken quite a while. It will still take quite a while now, but a little bit less. On top of that, I believe we only have some bug fixes that they have talked about. Yeah, Reina, fix Krisha, Nikki, Yuria. Um, and that's pretty much it for the patch. We didn't really receive that many new things. Some minor fixes. I like the new birthday thing and that they are adding more stories. At least it's something to get immersed in. It still should be, an RPG game. So I appreciate that. Um, and of course, I understand that they can't always push out new content because we just consume it faster than they can create it. And yeah, so I think that's it for the patch. Nothing else of interest right now. If you found anything else that's interesting or have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them below. And as always, you can like the video or even subscribe to see more content coming out. Um, Thank you if you watched so far, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye bye.